May the most glorious and mighty toy gods accept this humble offering of the Nerdery's top 10 Black Series figures of 2021.
Honorable mention goes to Captain Rex, ARC Trooper Echo, Kirk Canos, Artillery Stormtrooper, and Aura Singh. Kicking us off at number 10 is the Chosen One, Anakin Skywalker, in the Star Wars Clone Wars 50th Lucasfilm Retro card. I really appreciate this excellent face sculpt. It's kind of like an homage to the voice actor Matt Lanter in combination with the cartoon Anakin. His Jedi clone armor is fantastic. I love the maroon with the two shades of blue. Jedi logo has a nice gloss on it, and when you pull him back, he just looks fantastic and fills me with joy, man. I am so grateful to have this guy in my collection. Also, bonus points for the soft rubber robes flowing down on top, and then the soft good robes on the bottom, giving him excellent posability with his lightsaber, as well as head tilt. Leads to some really cool toy photos with the Chosen One. Part of what brings joy in collecting for me when an action figure ties back directly to a moment from like a movie or TV show. And as soon as you pull Moff Gideon out of the box and you pose him like this with the darksaber ignited across his chest, it takes me immediately back to him cutting his way out of the TIE fighter and standing on top of it. How glorious is this darksaber? Dude, it makes Moff Gideon look like an absolute bad you-know-what. And what's really cool about it is Bo-Katan. What's really cool about it is Bo-Katan can use it, Darth Maul can use it, Sabine Wren can use it. On top of that, he's got a really cool cape. Wish it was soft goods, but it really does look well flowing on him. It sits nicely off his shoulders and gives you free range of movement, so I really do appreciate the aesthetic with the movement. His armor looks awesome. I appreciate the different sheen, the control buttons on it, kind of the homage to Vader, and then his black Imperial suit has just this dark leathery look to it. Comes with a holster and blaster that's removable. Oh man, and look when you turn aside, just look at the red piping running through him. And then you have this fantastic face sculpt of Moff Gideon himself. Thank you, Hasbro, for this fantastic Black Series figure from The Mandalorian. Coming in at number 8 are Bo-Katan and Casca Reeves. I thought it was fair for both Mandalorians to occupy the same slot. They have the exact same body sculpt, just painted slightly different. Only difference on the body being Bo-Katan dual wields her blaster, where Casca just gets one holster. Their helmets do have a different paint job, but I think if I stare at them together long enough, Casca's looks just slightly longer, which I think makes this viewing window in her armor look really cool. I like when it hangs down like that. I really appreciate both of these helmets. However, man, nothing's going to be cooler than Bo-Katan's. Both helmets are removable and reveal two gorgeous face sculpts. I think both are just executed equally well. Look at that face sculpt, man. It is incredible. I mean, they are knocking the photoreal out of the park. And look at all the detail in the hair. What a really, really cool. I think they absolutely nailed the face on Bo-Katan. I kind of like the expression she has, man, where it makes you concerned, right? If she's looking at you like this, aren't you concerned? I really do appreciate how well both of these figures articulate and pose. They look fantastic in a display or in toy photography. Coming in hot at number 7 was an instant top 10 figure of the year. As soon as I unboxed him last week, Bodhi Rook, I am so glad we finally have this figure, and he was most definitely worth the wait. This face sculpt and goggles are spot on. Man, the beard looks great. I appreciate the stoic expression on his face. Hair looks great, and the goggles are awesome, man. Really cool detail, articulates well. And then check out the vest with all its detail. It has pockets galore, man. And then you get a little pop of silver on it. I really, really appreciate how it looks in contrast to the gray Imperial jumpsuit. And then on his sleeve you can see the Imperial detail. And then on his arm you can see the Imperial insignia, data sticks, and the buttons on the sleeve are a really neat touch. And I also want to point out how impressive the single pin elbow joint is. Check out the articulation. It comes all the way out straight and then all the way back up like that. I mean, that is awesome, man. I mean, he could literally touch his face with a single pin joint. Outstanding work. And then the knees are great too, man. They only come back at 90 degrees, but he balances so well, even with this backpack. Check out this fantastic accessory. It's his telecom backpack. This rope actually pulls out and retracts, and then he can hold the data link in his hand. It absolutely takes his figure to another level. Well done, Hasbro, man. You nailed Bodhi Rook. Number 6 is the Deluxe Boba Fett. I gotta say, this is arguably the definitive Boba Fett Black Series action figure. And what an outstanding value for $29 with a plethora of accessories. This is how I have him posed in the DTOF. I have his blaster rifle up, his head is tilted to the side because he gets such great head tilt and articulation, and then I have his flamethrower out, jetting across the display towards Luke Skywalker. Also comes with this epically painted and weathered jetpack with blast-off effects. I am so grateful for those blast-off effects. And then check out, there's even more detail. You get pouches and a belt. It's so cool, man. You know, normally I would rather have this be soft goods, but this hangs here perfectly and does not get in the way of his shoulder armor or any articulation at all. Speaking of articulation, this is some really cool stuff here with Boba. You have this little piece here that moves independently of the elbow. So it gives you greater than 90 degrees, but then it also gives you real good swivel at the bicep here, which you do need for Boba Fett, right? Whether you want him to be holding his blaster, pointing his blaster, or maybe having it up like this, posed in a doorway, or even walking. You know, same with the flamethrower effect, right? And I really, dude, I think that is so well done, and I really appreciate how well the swivel's hitting. Lastly, I just want to point out the great detail on this figure. I know this is reused, but I really appreciate the weathered paint look, and the helmet is just beautifully done. Targeting reticule moves as well. Dude, look at that. That is beautifully, beautifully painted and done. I appreciate all the scar marks on the helmet. So cool.
Please watch part 2, which will have numbers 5 through 1 for the top 10 Star Wars Black Series figures of 2021.